Wait. Oh no. I have to carry it, I guess. Oh, for goodness sake. Mine would... There we go. He's not in the park. I made a mistake.
There you are!
She's forgotten about me.
Yes, listen, about these tattoos.
I can't even think about that now. I've lost her.
Very odd into perspectives people can have sometimes about, well, at least we're not this place, or this place is different. It doesn't, you know, somehow that things are irrelevant, as if problems aren't universal. Like,
Right.
oh well.
Here you are then. The milkmaid is all set to be your next appointment.
Oh, that's marvellous. I'll be seeing you.
Like people who assume that just because something happens in the US or Australia means it doesn't happen anywhere else. Like racism. Like, at the moment, I mean, indigenous folk are persecuted literally everywhere, like worldwide, without exception. And even New Zealand, which many people are, you know, claim to be, it is very progressive in a lot of ways, but there are still, like, the police is still persecuting, indigenous folk there, the Maori, and uprooting them, and right now using pandemic laws to like uproot people, and the conspiring with energy companies, oil companies, stuff like that. It's not like, but people will infer that just because, oh, we're not as bad as these people, or because we're not this country, that obviously, you know, rules don't apply, but they very much do. And it gets very frustrating that people don't see that. There we go. Yeah. I mean, the economic issues also tie into social issues too. I mean, they affect one and the other, but when you have like widespread systemic economic issues, then obviously it does impact. That is a bigger systemic issue potentially than a social issue.
That doesn't work.
Because
you serve as the local tattoo artist, correct?
Oh yes,
you know,
I'm the best on the disc. All the heroes
economics
come to me.
affect everyone.
Blindingly painful mutilations to the discerning gentry. That's me, sir. Here, take a seat and I'll do you now. Now, what style of tattoo are you interested in?
Sorry that my conversation kind of trails off when this starts, because I have a hard time focusing on the words and the dialogue and saying something.
Razor sharp. It's so they can plunge efficiently beneath the flesh, you see. Oh yes, stabbing into the living tissue, hooking through the skin and spurting ink. Each tattoo needs that to be done thousands
ADHD
of
life,
times.
yay.
Oh, does it hurt?
Oh yes, the pain is quite intense. I've seen grown men turn into whimpering, creeping wrecks by just 5 minutes under my needles. Anyway, you're a pal, so
It's
I'll
really
do
annoying.
one for you right now if you insist. You'll just have to bear with me. I'm too
I want
excited
to
to work
tattoo
well.
it.
My hands are shaking.
I really want to
Oh, I
tattoo.
really hope I don't stab the needles in too
Very
deep
big one.
and then break them off.
Aha, yes. Look, I think I'll pass for now.
Well, in that case, why don't you try one of those newfangled transfer thingamy tattoos? They're made from a special Clatchian squid dye that adheres to your skin for a day or so.
Sounds great. Where can I get one?
Try my son. He gives them away with bubble gum.
Your son?
Yes, the little street starfish.
Ah, thanks for that. I'll be
Yeah,
off now.
get more tattoos. I was not paying attention. Do I have to do?
That doesn't work. Here, why are the... You serve as the...
Oh yeah, that's me, sir.
Yes.
Here, now, what style of
those
razor. Oh, each tattoo
Did not intend
needs
to
that
start
be
it all
done
over again.
thousands.
Oh,
Oh, I seen grow. Anyway, you're a pal.
25,
So
wow,
I'll do
that's so
one for
cool.
you right now, if you insist.
That's a lot.
You'll
That's
just
a
have to
lot,
bear
a lot.
with me. I'm too excited to work
Yeah.
well. My hands are shaking. Oh, I really hope I don't stab the needles in.
aha.
Well, in that case, they're made from a special clatchy.
Sounds great.
Try my son. He gives them away.
Your son?
Yes.
Ah.
Okay. I thought I had to get something from him. I have to go and see his annoying little boy. Yeah, well, the tattoos I want are the scales on my persona. Like, wherever they would be, like, on my shoulders, down my arms, over my back, down my thighs. I think that would be super cool. I really, really, really want it, but I know it's going to be a huge job, and I've never had a tattoo before, so it's going to be a big adjustment. White hair is a big thing that I wanted for a long time as well. That's what Bakura in Yu-Gi-Oh! Would do to me. White hair. White-haired anime characters were the best.
Hello, little friend. Lovely bubblegum you have there.
Oh, come on, Governor.
What?
Well, obviously you're trying to swindle me out of something. Next thing, you'll be trying to trick me into performing some sort of stupid stunt as a diversion.
Such as?
I suppose you were going to get me to blow an incredibly huge bubble and then run off with the goods.
Never. I don't think you can blow bubbles much bigger than you have been anyway.
Of
I
course
saw,
I can.
yeah,
Here,
that was an
what?
alternative.
Can I hold your
I was
bubblegum
thinking
packet for you?
Oh, thanks.
the Avatar
This is
one.
empty.
It comes
Of
with a
everybody. If
transfer.
I was gonna,
don't think I'm gonna
if there
let
was
you
no
have my
chance of me getting any
transfer.
hair back,
It's
like
collectible.
Well, how do you
my
collect a
receding
transfer?
hairline
I
was
mean,
going to be
you have
irreversible.
to
I
put
was
it on
going to
your
shave it
skin.
all and
It
get
can
Aang
wash off.
tattoos.
Wash, Gov.
But I like the
Oh,
idea more
right.
of getting my
Sorry.
persona
Well, you
ones because
came
that's
back
more
Tell me
unique to
again
me.
about the attractions of being a
But he did
lovable
look
street
really,
life
really cool.
stereotype.
I'm class background colour, I am, sir.
You're about to die. Just give me the damn transfer.
Ha! Come and get it, pencil head.
Look up there.
Can I pickpocket you?
That doesn't work.
Oops. The theme was really good. There were times I would sit on the just on the DVD menus and have it play over and over again. What did I get? Oh, the knife bit. I have... Someone did a rip of them that you could... I downloaded once, I think. But they never even released them as an official soundtrack, so... What am I doing? It's kind of why music is a big part of the experience for various things to me. It's kind of why I often don't like watching music videos, because songs can be very intrinsic to like a mental image to me, like conjuring up scenes from being inspired by them to... Hang on, I gotta make my words again. I don't like watching music videos because when I see something associated with music, it can often be very difficult for me to break that association. So if I listen to music first, then I get the story in my head for it, then it's not quite so... You don't get quite so distracted by music videos. And especially if I'm trying to write a scene or direct something in my head, that music becomes really important. And it can be weird sometimes to feel like you kind of like own a piece of background music that's obviously made for something else, like some of the Shippuden soundtracks or something like that. But, you know, it can be very weird seeing it in its proper context, because it's like, oh, in my head this happens, so it's always associated with like the scene in my book or some D&D music video or something like that, you know. I really enjoy that kind of exploration. So for a long time I also didn't listen to English music for the same reason, because I didn't want to be told what I was supposed to be thinking, I guess. I don't feel that now, because now it's like I invent stories to kind of that fit the music video, and that's kind of fun too. We get a second level now. We do. Oh, they changed? How so? I like brawler type avatar people. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah, those are ones I listen to as well. That's my favorite genres are the anime openings and stuff like that. Yeah, I like some stuff. Hello, yes, Discworld. And me. Yeah, anime soundtracks and stuff like that. I'm very picky with songs.
Did you get the number of that donkey cart?
Sore ass.
Go on. The sore ass is a reference to the license plate that we took earlier. Yeah, I'm always reticent to say that that modern music today is bad. It's not what I'm used to, I guess. And there's a lot that I feel like I want to experience from music that it just doesn't give me. And I'm not always in a place to kind of experience new like movies, or when movies are made, when there are so many things like Marvel movies that are made for the soundtracks to be complement the other movies in the series, you don't get as much variety, I guess. That's why I like anime soundtracks the best, because I feel like it has more variety to stuff like that. And a lot of the stories that I want in my head, a lot of the things I want to make are like, they're less, I don't know, they need a little bit less direction, like emotionally in a way, and like I don't want it just to be about love songs. I don't want it to just be about this or that. Anne Boleyn is a band that I have pretty much always been able to listen to, and I always appreciate the songs they have. There we go. There he is. What have we done to him? Yeah, and because they do a lot of songs that are not just, I don't know, there's something a little bit more distinct about the fact that it isn't just love or dancing or something like that, because there are a lot of, that's like 90% of songs I feel like are about that. I like Pink too. Pink does cool stuff that is, more empowering, I guess, emotionally. Kimbra does some good stuff. Beastar's second opening is really cool. I haven't actually watched much of the second season, but I like the opening. Oh, I'm in the completely wrong place. Turn the knife to the luggage and put the rubber belt in the inventory. Luggage knife. Okay. See, I would never think to do any of this. Yeah, Sonic music. Yeah. I haven't read the manga. I'm interested to. I feel like I would. I was compelled to watch Beastars because I really liked the way they did some of the animation, and Legoshi is, I think, the best part of the series to me. I don't always feel comfortable with the rest of the themes and the way they're portrayed, but I liked Legoshi. I thought he was a cool character. He was the most compelling aspect for me. Okay, I might have to give it a shot then. I watched the first 2. I know I at least watched the first one. I think I watched the second one as well. We met the snake, the big snake security guard. I don't remember getting much further than that. And Legoshi was back up here again. Is Death gonna come back? Okay, I'll let you know. Oh, in terms of... I've heard some people say that the way what's her name? Haru is portrayed is empowering.
Whoa!
But there's something... Oh dear.
Whoa!
I'm not...
Whoa!
I need to wait for the sequence to finish so I can organise my words. Smack him. Beat him up. We're stuck here forever now. This is our fate. Okay.
I'll never touch the stuff again.
Where did that come from? How do I take this? Will I still have it if I go down? I guess the donkey did say it. But yeah, it's been a while since I watched it, so I want to make sure that I'm actually talking about what I remember not being not sitting right with me. Some people said that Haru was kind of empowering as a female figure because she didn't have to she wasn't performing to expectations, but to me it felt like it was still suffering from that kind of objectification kind of thing, and I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention enough because I was watching it usually first thing in the morning before I go to work, but I don't know, it was just not... Haru as a character didn't... A lot of that, the way that she's sort of used back and forth is like doesn't really exist much outside of a plaything for either Louis or Legoshi. I don't know, and she's kind of... I mean, I know partly that is to do with sort of Legoshi's own, like, ignorance and kind of social and romantic incompetence, I guess, but it's like, you know, I don't particularly feel comfortable with the way that I see her being treated, and I don't really find that empowering as a character for her. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too cynical, overthinking it. I don't know. I don't want to say I'm right. That's just how I felt about it. So, you know, I'm very like overconscious of how female characters are portrayed because I write a lot of them and I try to do right by them. But I also know that you can portray something problematic decently if you're like showing that it is not the way that things should happen. So I'm going the wrong way because I'm distracting myself. Go away, Rincewind. Yeah, like I liked some of the monologues that she had in the first season. I thought were interesting. Yeah, you know, there's no series that is completely without fault. But yeah, I think that is kind of there was a thought I had, and I described it a long time back when I first saw the first season. It was something like the way it was written. I don't know. But the author, the mangaka is female anyway, so it's not like, you know, not that women can't be sexist, but, you know, I don't know, I just ramble a lot. Haru. She has a chicken persona. She is the rooster character, apparently that is her persona. The kind of self-insert character. Chicken head. The one who made the really good egg omelets that everyone ate. Broken drum. Oh yeah, I mean, that's not to say that people can't enjoy something that, you know, other people find fault with, because, you know, there's stuff that I like that is obviously kind of problematic, like, you know, stuff like Beastars, which, not Beastars, we just talked about that. What's it called? Brand new animal, BNA. You know, yeah, it's kind of overdone. But like Beastars, I love the aesthetic. I think it's a really well animated. I love the visual style, but you know, it's not like it's still kind of a kludgy, slightly ham-fisted allegory for racism, and it, you know, and I think that's something that a lot of anime kind of struggles with, and actually anything that isn't really written by like people of color still struggles with that element of how to involve something like racism or speciesism that isn't like problematically written, to the extent where it is like literally dehumanizing the people that they are using as an allegory for racism by like comparing them to insects or beasts or like something like that, you know, like literally having people go feral because of this thing. I'm like, you know, you had to be really careful with those kind of allegories. And it's not that it doesn't necessarily fit the story, but I think if you're using that as like as a parable for how we should be acting, it's like, it's, you know, you should be using equality from the very get-go and not actually just making these people like inherently more susceptible to like violent behaviors or something like that, because that's exactly what people think that non-white folk are anyway. So, you know, I have a tankard. Do I tankard? Yeah, and I think that's kind of a more distinct way to do it, probably.
Busy night?
No, not particularly. Why?
Because then you have like individual
What is it?
racists,
Well,
as
it's
opposed
all a matter
to
of suiting the
these
clientele,
people
friend.
are like
What do you think the sort of person who frequently
vulnerable
frequents this
and
bar
dangerous
would like
kind of
to have
thing.
for his drinkies? What'll it be?
Is this...
Yeah, not through actual planning, mind. I mean, it just sort of develops.
Then I'll have the usual.
Like in my
glass
book
of
that
gin,
I'm writing
circle
right
room
now,
temperature
I
with a
have
human air in it, please.
I don't really, it's not
yeah.
like racism,
Whiskey?
No.
Rice wine?
but obviously you still have misogyny and stuff like that. I have a
No.
character who
Old
is
Balbender Stout?
very
I
much a
think it's
personification of those
Off?
kind of,
How can
you know,
stout go off? It kills
Republican
bacteria.
politicians who
You can clean
believe
bivvies
that
with it.
Well, it's more
they
sort
are the
of
be all
settled,
and end all, and
sir.
they don't
All
like
the black
young people, they
colouring
don't
sort
like
of swimming
women,
round the
and,
bottom.
you know, obviously
Same
dealing with
thing's happened to the
Varia
elderberry wine.
as a
Well, I say
representative,
the same thing,
new
but it's more
representative,
like
they obviously
lumpy.
very,
It's
very
probably all right,
condescending
Ah,
toward
thank you.
her.
So what have you got that hasn't got lamps in it?
Oh, tons of stuff. Incidentally, sir, I don't know if you've noticed that rather
My
impromptu pun
what I've
there.
put in my
Rather
stories
good
has been
thought.
deeply
It could have
affected by
meant
the
tons, T-U-N-S,
people that I've
type of barrel, or
seen
tons,
talk about their struggles and go
T-O-N-S,
through.
in its colloquial
So I want to try and be
usage
doing. I'm not saying that I'm,
meaning
Yeah.
you know,
Very,
I'm not
very
better
good,
than
yeah.
anyone else
So,
writing any
you've got
particular
lots of-
story, but it is, you know.
well, no, not really.
So, is there anything here to drink today?
Well, yes, sir. It is a bar. I mean, not much
Yeah.
use having a bar if there's no actual beer being served here. Today,
Yeah,
we
I think
have a
that's-
beer
I think that's
actually
probably
on
fair.
tap.
That doesn't smell like beer. That smells like Zynmouse Lacantare Splenetic Emollient.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very
I mean,
similar to beer,
Beastars
sir.
had more
Similar? It's one of the most deadly
effort to like
prescription medicines ever
build
devised
a
by
world
man.
around it,
How
I
can
think.
possibly be similar?
Well,
and they
it
do
is a
actually have
liquid,
nuance
sir.
between
I'm
the
not
things that
touching it.
different
I'll just have
characters
a
go
glass of
through
water,
and
please.
what? As
you
in
know,
water taken from the River Ankh.
world building that makes
You're
a difference
braver
as
than
to
I
how it
thought.
actually
Oh.
affects stuff,
I see
and
your
not just
point.
trying
Well,
to
give us
like,
a Zynmouse Lacantare Splenetic Emollient, then,
I don't
please.
know. There's so much talking. A little bit overstimulated. There we go. That's what I needed, an empty tankard. I don't know what I have the two tankards for. Yeah, but she also faces discrimination by the other rabbits, doesn't she? I remember a little bit of that. Because was that because of what she was doing rather than what she was rabbit-wise? Fill the tankard with elderberry wine. Luggage. Which one is it? Oh, I've forgotten.
That doesn't work. River Ankh-Morporkh, I suppose.
Nope.
Elderberry wine.
Yeah, elderberry wine. No, don't go downstairs. Ah! Not downstairs, upstairs. No, luggage. Let me put it in. Ah! Okay. Okay. Now we do it. Distract each other with the 3 pictures on the walls. Yeah, and I think there's always stuff that has to be kind of.
Gad, look, a picture of the Gold Cup winning rooster at the.
It's important to kind of discuss how these things work and how they, you know, how these things work or don't work, and you know, always learning to do better from the media we subscribe to and watch. Because it's very easy for me, like as a white person, go, oh yeah, that's really cool, and it's really meaningful, but someone to actually go, hey, this is a problem because of this, and I go, oh, okay, I see that. I want to always be learning and discussing stuff, and you know that I'm going to be wrong. I know I'm going to be wrong sometimes, because my view is not going to be universal by any means. If it's going to be like the least universal view, I think. So... I want to always be listening to other people
so you
too.
Fell for my little trap.
What? What have you done?
What have I done? The pancakes. I stole the pancakes and the prunes and the tooth with the gold. I the little guy beating up. He was just lying there crying his little eyes out. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
The nail? Why don't I have a nail? Put the nail in the beam near your table. I have missed something. Yeah, I mean, I tend to assume that an informed opinion is likely to be... There's nothing wrong with being wrong through, like... See, there's so much information in my head about like what's going on that it's like it's not like inherently morally bad to not know something, but the important thing is to learn. Like if you learn something, you're giving you information and you say like you deny its existence, and that's bad. But, you know, everyone starts off in a position of ignorance and has to learn from there. So you're always going to start on the bottom rung of everything and kind of learn your way up to a more informed position, I guess. But I always tend to assume to myself, like, I always assume that I know less than I do, so that I don't, like, presume too much. Where have I missed the nail? Oh, there's a nail at the Dragon Sanctuary? Never mind. And you know, I could be sitting here talking a load of bollocks and just kind of over pontificating anything like any number of people do. I try not to, but yeah. I worry that I talk too much too sometimes. It's like, because it's very easy to talk yourself into a hole and over-explain something, especially when you're in a position of ignorance. Where's the nail then? That's it. There we go. Amazing how such a small thing like that can derail you completely. Yeah, I have so many thoughts in my head and I want to be able to get them out and I want them all to be right, and it's a problem with like having your thoughts go faster than you're able to speak them properly, is that I can't edit as I go. It's a very easy thing on Twitter to kind of, on social media, to go to look up the information first and then speak. You do not do that. I can't do that in person. So there are times when I'm starting to say something, go, oh no, that's not how I want it to sound. And then I'll stop and then try and rephrase it again. And then just kind of run myself into circles and just keep going and going and going, and it just gets, you know, I end up not really going anywhere, I guess. Which... yeah, no, that's fair. I would take time to...
That doesn't work. That doesn't work.
Where did the nail go then? Yeah. Use the photo of the sheep with the framed picture. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can't just... Now it'll go up. It's always better to take your time on it, I would probably say.
No way. What? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, yes.
That's it,
Oh, here we go
one.
again.
What?
Oh,
Well,
well, I fought the ant god of quack, and I survived.
I don't believe
I know. Yeah,
the river isn't that
you have to watch out for all the goiters and the yaws.
yours. What's yours?
Mine's another pint, thanks. Then there was the...
That's fine.
Barking,
I mean, I don't
a drink.
talk an awful lot. I can talk a lot in person. I'm more shy than... more shy than outgoing, unless I'm with, like, just, like, one person. It varies. In the right energy, I can talk a lot. Let's go back and check this.
Egad, look. A picture of the Gold Cup winning rooster at the Pratchett animal crooning competition.
Egad, what an exclamation.
May I draw your attention to the picture of the award-winning pig from the Ankh-Morporkh Pork Butchers Guild Ball?
What a lot of stuff to go through just to nail a picture to a wall.
Yes, that certainly is something. But what about that picture of the Special Merit Medallion winning cockatoos from the Wildlife Preservation Society's award ceremony for recently extinct species?
It's really hard when you're neurodivergent to let...
None, however, can quite, to my mind, match the magnificence.
You don't quite understand
of
that
Blue
quietness
Ribbon
doesn't
winning
mean,
sheep
like,
from the, followers of
brooding
Othla
stoicism.
sacrificial
It's just
lamb
like,
competition.
I
Yeah, that
don't
was the
have the energy to speak to people right now, or I don't know what to say, or I can be so, like, wanting... My desire to say the right thing and
Right.
do right by the
Drink up.
people I really care about who are around, like, right now is so intimidating that I wait until I can say exactly the right thing at the right time. And sometimes that means I just don't say anything at all.
Got you at last.
Got me? How? But there's nothing I can tell you. It's
not lame
all
to be
right.
quiet and sit in a corner.
I'm a weasel. Nothing but a weasel. A snivelling, no good, lying little
Yeah, now look.
weasel. Just long and brown and lying. with words and stuff.
Now look, you. Tell me about the temple.
And the more
of
people that
Othra.
come into a
It's in the
group, the
jungle,
quieter I
over
get
a
typically,
gorge.
and I'll
Any
after a
map will
time
show
I'll
you.
just burn out completely and leave. What have we got now? What's going on? Ooh, a little thing in the mountain. Yeah. It's in my inventory. Okay, cool. Now we can go to the dwarf. That's probably why there's kind of an in-joke about the amount of time among some of my friends of mine, the amount of time I spend on Twitter, which is fair because I am on it a lot. Partly sort of notification dopamine, but also when I get so het up in what I want to say or what I want to do or what I want to be doing with people that I want to impress and make a good impression with, that the pressure that I put on myself becomes too much, and I just have to kind of look at my phone to kind of zone out and reconnect with things that help me establish the person that I am in order to feel like I can respond properly. I find I like it when people are able to kind of be brought out of themselves. I would always hope to be the kind of person that can bring other people out of themselves, to be like, you know, fun, but also have that kind of serious and very sincere part of themselves. You know. What happened to luggage? What have we done? Oh, did the elderberry wine spill? I wish I was more like quick-witted and goofier. I am not particularly. I make a lot of puns, really. Yay! I like helping people be chill too. Don't want to always be like rambunctious, which is, well, you know. But everyone has balance. Everyone is multifaceted. Everyone has that sincerity and that fun nature and that zest for being themselves. I think that should be, you know, encouraged for everyone. Wait. Oh no. I have to carry it, I guess. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, and you know, it's about having the right, you know, the right situation, the right crowd of people that give you the comfort and ability to either show your like comedic side or to like be open and vulnerable, or to, you know, be strong and outspoken as well. You know, you can't be all things at once because that's just how it happens, but made a mistake. I have some other times I have been ridiculous as well. When I'm in the right space, I can just, like that scream I did earlier. I can scream and make silly noises and it's okay. But like at work, I'm absolutely not like that. There's like a couple of people I can be like outspoken about with, but other than that, I keep very reserved, and you know, that kind of code switching, you know, I only talk about these certain things, or when someone goes off about something, I'm like, okay. I'm not a good party person. I'm really not. I would like to be... No, don't go up there, Richmond! I wanted luggage. I tend to have like one or two people that I will like cling to at a party, and don't tend to like...
That doesn't work.
No, I put it... I have to take it out first. What was I saying? Parties. I'm not a party person. I will cling to one people. Yeah, one people. Oh, hi. Yay. It is good to see you. I am running backwards and forwards because I keep making mistakes right now, and talking about how I'm not very good at parties. I would like to go to a furry party. I haven't really been to one, I guess. haven't even really been to a con, I guess. Actually, no, I have been to. There was a local furry that is. There's a group of local furries that are really cool that I have. I went to one of their birthday parties. That was really cool. They were all really nice. But I haven't been social lately because of everything. So yeah, I would much rather hang with close friends than like a random big party. I'm sure there'll be some amazing people at those, but I prefer connecting with people on a personal level first before I feel more comfortable opening up to like groups of people. But like if all my internet friends got together and we're all in one place, it would be very different. I would still be immensely anxious because it's like I've still not met a lot of these people before, and I want to be as good as I feel like I can be online in person. So there is that kind of level of intimidation, but yeah, I would like totally hang out with everyone. It's kind of why I missed out on MFF 2019, and I'm still kind of bummed about that, but you know, nothing much you can really do about it. I just really hope I can get to another one in future and
Excuse me, sir.
Yes? What is it?
meet up with all those amazing people. Yeah, HMHF, that was really cool.
Well, would you tune up?
I know, it's really hard. Like, if I could be my like animal self, I'd be like, yeah, got it, perfect, anything you want. It's center of the room, just dancing around. Like, I want to be the kind of person that can be like immediately social, but I'm not. I just get so tired. Yeah, HM Hellfest looks amazing, and there are so many, and it's such a cool concept. I really am excited to get there. It's not that far from me either, which is really cool. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, they're not super cheap. It's one of the reasons why I haven't flown back to England and seen my family for a while. I mean, pandemic notwithstanding, it's also like they're getting more expensive. Where's my finger? There it is.